use the laser engraver, not the laser engraver. I'm going to show you how to design so that you can use the laser engraver. Now, you need to do this in Canva because you need to use images that are called vector images, and I'll explain more about that in a second. The first thing you need to do is make the size of your object. Now, you're going to hit custom size right here, and then you hit millimeters first if it is not already on millimeters. This is really important you do this first or it will mess up your numbers later. So it has to be set to millimeters first. For this project, I'm using a little piece of wood and it is 114 by 41. Make sure that you've got the width and the height put in properly here. If you mess this part up, it will really mess up the print later. So that's why something really simple like this needs to be done correctly. Create new design. When you go to design, you're going to use elements. And when you use elements, you can type in what you would like. So before, like I typed in orca. And when you do this, you have to use graphics. Please do not use photos or anything else. They have to be graphics. And the graphics that you use cannot be ones that have multiple colors, that have gradients, that do not look like almost like a flat cartoon picture. So we want something that looks like a cartoon, flat colors, no detail. These are the best ones. This would not even be recognized by the program as something that it could cut out. Now, sorry, I should specify right now I'm talking about objects that I want to cut with the machine. If I wanted to design where it engraved it, where it made the image, like where it etched it into the wood, burned it into the wood, something like this isn't good, but at least it kind of could work. But for the moment, we're looking at images that we can cut. So a cut image has to look flat like this. This would be another great one. Now, ones that could work are images like this, but later these do get more complicated, ones with outlines. Truly, the best ones that you want are ones that are only black and white and they almost look like flat cartoons, okay? And I can show you an example here of what it looks like. So when I go to cut later, these are my cut lines. So if you could imagine scissors just cutting out a line, we want the least amount of lines possible for it to cut. This one right here was the one with an outline, and you can see that it put like double lines, and we would need to erase some of these. But this one just has a single line, which is what we want when we cut. And this one wouldn't even be recognized as a file that could be cut, which is why we don't want it. So these are images that we will cut. Now, I'm going to go for, actually, I'll go with the other one that I had because I already used this as an example other places. So this is the one I would like to be the image that I cut. I want to use it as much of the space that I've got as possible. So I'm going to move it around a little bit. I'll make it a little bit smaller. Ideally, though, I would use as much of the space as possible. So this is an image that will cut out well. The second image, or the second thing I can think about, is if I want to engrave an image. So cutting means that it'll actually cut the wood into like a puzzle piece shape like this. Engraving is where it makes, it almost like, yeah, burns the pattern into the wood. So I am going to select, I'm going to type in vector pattern and see what I get. Now, patterns that are going to work are things in black and white, not color. Now, if it is a colored image and you get the chance to change the color and you can change it to black, then you're good. This will work. If you have an image that does not change right here, then that image will not work. So if you want to only etch or engrave, you can use any single picture you want from Canva, as long as it's under graphics and as long as you can change the colors to pure black and white. Now what I want to do is I want to both cut and engrave on this. And so this is my cut thing, but I'm also going to put a pattern with it. And so I'm going to use this right here. And what I'm going to do is just drag it so that it fits over top of, or underneath, I guess, my orca. So now I have what I'm going to engrave and what I'm going to cut. And I'll have to do some work in Adobe Illustrator in order to fix this so that it will cut and print properly. When I am done my design, please give it a name. This is a lot easier when I go to save, or when you go to save things and send them to me later. I need your name. And then you're going to download it and save it as a PDF standard. The machine will only recognize PDFs, so that is how you want to save it.